Hi there, guitar players. It's Mr. Burnson, and I'm in my shower at my house because on Wednesdays this school year, you're supposed to stay home and I'm supposed to stay home. They're cleaning the school, so we're all supposed to stay home and do our schoolwork there. So my plan is that on Wednesdays, I'm going to make a video for you to give you an assignment to do when you're not in school. So, as you know, I will see you 2 days a week at school. We'll do some playing. We'll do a playing quiz most weeks, and that'll be great. But I want you to know some more things about guitar and some more things about music. So, on your days off, you're going to have an activity called YouTube Activity, and you'll find it here in Schoology. Each week, I will be talking to you about a famous guitar player or an important guitar player, or maybe a famous band or an important band, and tell you what we can learn from them. Tell you what their music is like, what their guitar playing is like, and again, what we can learn from them. So, this first week, we're going to be talking about a band called America. That's the name of the band. So, I will tell you about them, I'll show you some things on my guitar, and then I'll have you watch a video by the band called America, and then take a short little quiz telling me what you saw, what you heard, what you think. Cool? When you do that activity, you have to make sure that you do things in order. There will be 3 different parts of this activity. The first one says, watch this first. It's the video you're watching now, so good job. After that, there's one that says, watch this second, and that's the actual YouTube video of the band or of the guitar player. In this case, it's the band America. And then last, you will do the assignment or the quiz, and it will say, do this last. So you take that little quiz, answer those 3 questions, and you're good. Cool? But make sure you do them in order. All right, so before we start talking about America, I'm going to do something I would normally do in regular school if we had enough time, which is tell some dad jokes. So when we were in school full-time the last couple years, there was always a little time when I felt like I could tell some jokes and break things up a little bit, but I really want to make the most I can of the time we have in school. So instead of telling the jokes in school, I'm going to tell the jokes in my shower. So here are 3 dad jokes for you. And if you don't think they're funny, that's fine. Most people don't think dad jokes are funny. Dads do. By the way, I'm not a dad. I wish I was a dad, but I'm not. But I still appreciate dad jokes. All right, here's the first one. Why did the rooster run away? Because he was chicken. All right, how about this one? What do you get if you cross a cat with a parrot? A cat and a parrot. You get a carrot. Huh? All right, last dad joke for this week. What happened when the cat ate a ball of yarn? A cat ate a ball of yarn. What happened? She had mittens. Get it? All right. Well, let's talk about that band called America. Here is the band called America. They started in 1970, and they're still going now. They still tour, which is pretty cool. They've been around for almost 50 years. Well, about 50 years. The 3 guys who started the band are Jerry, who's over on the far left, and Dan, who's in the middle, and Dewey, who's right above me here. They were all born in the 1950s, early 1950s, so they're about 68 years old right now, except for Dan, the guy in the middle. He died about 8 years ago at the age of 60. I read about the disease that he had, but I didn't really understand it. Anyway, he died of some disease. He was not in the band when he died. He was either voted out of the band or quit the band. I believe it was in the 1970s, the late 1970s. They just weren't getting along as well as they used to at the time. So anyway, Jerry and Dewey, though, are still going, along with other people that they've hired since. The video we're going to watch today, you will see some other musicians in the band, but it's pretty obvious that these guys were not around when the band started. They're much younger than Dewey and Jerry. The biggest hit songs for America were one called You Can Do Magic, which was from the 1980s. back when I was your age. And then the song we're going to watch today, which is called A Horse with No Name. Really neat old song. America the band is known for being very mellow, very chill. They use acoustic guitar on all of their songs. Acoustic guitar is the kind of guitar we'll be playing in class. It's the kind that you don't have to plug in, the kind that sounds fine even if you don't plug in the guitar. It's not an electric guitar. It's interesting, I think, that these guys actually grew up in Great Britain, in England, because even though they're actually American people, they were living in Great Britain because their dads were in the American military and living on military bases in Great Britain. So their dads fell in love with British women and married them and had kids, and those kids sometimes lived in America and sometimes lived in Great Britain. And now they've been in a band called America for about 50 years. Some things I think we can learn from Dewey and Jerry, up above me here. They're really good at what I call pendulum strumming. The right hand goes back and forth, really steady over and over again. I'll demonstrate that in a minute here. And that's a really good thing. You want to do that when you're a guitar player. We can also learn this song. We're going to try to play this song a little bit. I'm going to at least show you the chords in this song. So even though we're beginners, most of us taking classes right now, the chords for this song are really easy. So you can learn that. The third thing I think we can learn from them is that when Jerry plays his guitar solo, when he kind of freestyles in the middle of the song, he's really good at keeping his fingers arched, covering up the strings, pushing down the strings. You don't want your fingers to be kind of straight when you play guitar. You want your fingers to be arched. That gives you more power and makes you sound better. So try to watch for that as you watch this video too. Jerry's really good at that. After you watch the video you're watching right now, and then watch the YouTube video that I will link for the song called the song called A Horse with No Name, you should answer these questions. So you just hit the link called assignment. I think I'll be writing do this last. So it'll say do this first, watch this first for the video you're watching right now, then watch this second for the actual YouTube video of the band, and then do this third, do this last, the quiz. And then the quiz, you just answer these questions. So number one, just ask you, why do you like this performance or dislike this performance? So on all these YouTube assignments we're going to watch this semester, it's always okay for you not to like it. You don't have to like the stuff that I like. You just have to tell me why. So if you think this song is boring, you can say, I don't like the song because it's too repetitive and boring. Or if you like it, you can say, yeah, I really like this song because it's really mellow and really chill and really relaxed, and I like the steady rhythm, whatever. That's number one. Question number two, are you in any activities or do you do anything that I can support? I love to go to student activities. I love to support my students. So if you're in soccer or volleyball or whatever, I would love to know about that because I would like to come watch you and support you. Or if you work at McDonald's and are proud of that and want me to come and order a McChicken and say hi to you, I would do that too. So if there's something like that I could support, please let me know. And finally, I will always ask you this question. What is making you mad, sad, or glad today? I just want to know how you're doing. And if you don't have much to tell me, that's kind of okay. You can say, I'm just feeling fine today, period. That's okay once in a while, but I just kind of want to know what's going on with you, especially since we're in a pandemic and life is kind of weird right now. So you can say, I am glad because I'm really happy to be back in school, period. Or you could say, I'm kind of sad because I like to sleep and I had to get up early today, period. You can even tell me tough stuff. You can tell me stuff you don't want everyone to know, but you can tell me about what's going on in your life and I will keep it confidential. I won't talk to other people about it unless it's stuff I have to. You know, there are some things I legally have to tell people if it's really, really concerning or something, but generally I will just want to know what's going on with you, and hopefully I will respond and talk to you a little about it by responding to the assignment and maybe talk to you about whatever it is a little bit in school too. So after you watch this video, make sure you do that assignment after watching the actual America YouTube video, and all will be good. And then I will see you next week. Let me show you a few things about this song. The song is called A Horse with No Name. A lot of people consider it the easiest guitar song there is. It only has 2 chords, only 2 places your fingers need to be, and switching from the first one to the second one is really easy. So that makes it pretty easy. A lot of people consider this one of the worst songs of all time because the lyrics aren't very deep, they're not super interesting. I think it was in a movie called The Hangover. I didn't watch that movie because, I don't know, didn't seem like my kind of movie, but I think it was a prominent song in that movie. Anyway, I think it's great. I like the singing in this song. I like how the different guys in the band sing different notes at the same time to make chords out of their voices. And it's a pretty cool guitar part too. So let me show you the 2 chords that they use. The first chord is called E minor. It's pretty much the easiest chord to play on guitar. One finger needs to go here on string 5 fret 2, and one finger goes on string 4 fret 2. Here's string 5, here's string 4. Remember, when you look at a diagram, you're supposed to imagine your guitar like this. So the line on the left is your string 6, the line on the far right is your string 1, and the dots or numbers tell you where to put your fingers. So when it's just dots on a diagram, that means that you can decide what fingers you want to use. It's kind of up to you. So I'm going to put one finger here on string 5 fret 2 and one here on string 4 fret 2. Notice there are not any X's on the diagram, so that means my pick is supposed to play all the strings. Okay? If there were X's up there, that would be a message to my pick to only play certain strings. But for this chord, all the strings. That's E minor. All right. The other chord doesn't really have a good name. It has different names according to different people. I'm just going to call it A Chord with No Name. Huh? Since the song is called A Horse with No Name. Anyway, basically what you do is you take the finger from string 5 and put it on string 6 instead. You take the finger from string 4 and put it on string 3 instead. And you got this chord. There's string 6, there's string 3. There's that chord. The chord with no name. So, E minor is how the song starts. Then you switch. Switch back. It's basically 4 strums with each chord. You just keep going back and forth. But the band America gets more complicated than that. They throw in some up strums. So sometimes it's down, but sometimes it's up. You know, moving the pick upward. And then there's like a pattern like this. That's basically the pattern for the whole song. By the way, when you watch the guitar players in this video, they aren't really playing those chords exactly like that. Because they're such good guitar players, they can do these easy chords in fancier ways, more complicated ways. So they're not going to be doing it in the easy way that I just showed you, unfortunately. Also, I should let you know that this video is very recent, the one that you're about to see. So even though America the band, I'm wearing my America shirt because I love this band, they were established in 1970. This video is actually from just a few years ago. I think it's from 2015. So it's not them back in their younger years. It's them just a few years ago, and they're still going, which I think is so cool. So anyway, if you want to try playing it, those are your chords. If you want to just watch the video, that's great too. So please now go down to the one that says watch this second. So watch that video of the band called America playing the song and singing the song, and then do the assignment that says do this last, and you should be good until next week. Also, make sure that you practice for your playing quiz. The stuff that I told you you're supposed to be able to play for me next time. Make sure you work on that, okay guys? All right, enjoy.